good evening to all of you. I am Vaishnavi and today I have a very interesting topic to speak, which is the environment. How to save our environment. So first of all, we should know what is the environment. Environment is the surrounding of any person or a thing which can destroy the people, destroy the thing, and also can make a good to that thing and the people. And as we know, the pollution. The pollution are divided into three parts as land, water, and air pollution. These pollutions are the effect. These pollution affect the human health and human being and also it can affect the animals and birds. As we know, the air pollution, the mixture of the gases is that is mixed in the atmosphere, which can very harmful for us because we observe that air that is very pure, but if the bad gases is mixed in that air, so what we observe also absolutely the bad mixture of the gas which can affect our body. And also the water pollution. The water pollution is also very harmful for us because the water we drink come from the rivers by the purified. If we destroy our rivers and make pollute our rivers, so what we drink? Absolutely the polluted water, which is harmful for our health and for the animals who are drinking that water. And also as we know, the noise pollution. Noise pollution is the main in these three pollution because the noise pollution is very harmful for the people, birds, and the animals. Because as we know, the people are using the personal transport. The transport they buy and in the traffic they all use the horns. They all use horn to go ahead. By the pollution make the noise pollution because the sound is very creepy and also the harsh sound which can affect our ears and us. These are the pollution. And as we know, the trees help us. Trees is a life partner. Trees are the life partner of human. It can help to respiration to the human because if there is no tree, there is no humans. As we know, trees help us. If trees help us to respiration, if we cut the trees, if we starting to cut the trees, so how we can observe the air? As we know, the human being release the carbon dioxide, which is very harmful for the humans. And also the tree release the oxygen, which is useful for the human being. If there is no tree, so who will release the oxygen? No one can release the oxygen. Only the gases which are harmful for the peoples and for the human being, animals, birds, they are live. Not that oxygen and gases who are good for animals, birds, and human beings. Therefore, trees are most important for us. We should plant one tree and two trees. No, we should not cut the trees if we need to cut the trees. So we should not cut the trees in much amount. We should plant the tree in much amount, not cut the tree in much amount. Because if there is no tree, there is no human being. There is no survival line and there is no life on the earth. As we know, why the earth called as a blue planet? Because the earth contains 70% of water. That is why it is the blue planet, the solar system. But the 1% of the water is the drinking water, which is pure to drink. But 71% water is polluted and freezed in glaciers. And this time people are using the refrigerators and AC. This is the AC and refrigerator. These both machines these both machines release chlorofluorocarbon dioxide, which is starting to make our temperature very bad and very hot. By that, the glaciers are starting melting, and in the upcoming generation, I think the upcoming generation will be suffered by the flood, because this time we are using the AC and refrigerator, and that water which is freezed in glacier, it can melt or day by day or hour by hour, also become as a flood. And as we know, the air pollution. Air pollution is very harmful for us, because we know that trees give us the oxygen, and the trees give us the oxygen. But as we know, the atmosphere is a pure to observe the oxygen. But as we know, if we release the carbon dioxide, so trees can absorb that. By that, we should plant the one tree at our birthday and a normal day, because trees help us to respiration and to observe the oxygen for our survival and for the human being life, and also for the birds. As we know, the nearly gone animals, the animals that are gone because of the environment. On that time, the human destroyed the environment. By that, the animals were gone of that time. As we know, the Caspian tiger, the national tiger of the India, it is just nearly gone because of the environment and because of the human beings. They are destroying the trees, they are destroying the forest. So where the animals and birds live? By that, I think in upcoming generation there will be no animal and no bird to see and to click photos, because the hunters are killing them and making our environment so bad. Therefore, I want to say that plant a tree at your birthday and a normal day, and do not pollute the water, and do not use your personal vehicle. So thank you for listening me and giving your precious time.
So who is responsible for making our environment polluted?
As you are talking about and saying about the responsible, and absolutely the responsible is human being, because human being is cutting the trees, human being is polluting the river, human being is using the personal vehicle. By that, the noise pollution, air pollution, and also the water pollution is increasing day by day. That is why the human being is responsible for that, and also the human being is using the AC and refrigerator. By that, they both release the gas which is chlorofluorocarbon dioxide, which can take action, and the glaciers are melting, which can take action and can become a flood.
How can we save our environment?
This is very simple. We can save our environment by planting one tree and can unpolluted the river, and also we should use the public vehicle and the local bus, not the personal vehicle.
How we can make people aware to save our environment?
We can aware the people to save our environment by the social media. We can make small videos by planting one tree and can clean the river, and can using the local bus and using the local bus and people transport, not the personal vehicle. By that, the people can aware by the small videos and small reels. We can share it on social media.
Okay.
We can also aware them by to save our environment.
So what type of activity to ozone layer is degrading?
The activities are the human beings are opening the factories, and the factories release the most of the pollution, pollution, the air pollution. By that, the bad gases are mixing in the atmosphere, and can by that the ozone layer is becoming damaged by day.
According to you, what is environment?
According to me, environment is the surrounding of a people or a thing, which by that the thing or a people can destroy and can become a good.
Which type of pollution which harming the our earth?
The pollutions are divided in three parts, which are harming our earth, that the noise pollution, air pollution, or a water pollution. Air pollution. Air pollution means the bad gases is mix in the atmosphere. By that, the ozone layer is damaging. This is the air pollution. And second one is water pollution. As we know, the people worship the Yamuna and other rivers as the god and goddess. So they throw the material that is used in worship, that by that the water is polluted. So we should not pollute the river or water bodies. We should throw the worship material and other materials in the dustbin. And third one is noise pollution. Noise pollution is the main pollution as to me, because the people are using the own transport, not the local transport and the buses. By the buses, the noise transport is less and the air transport is less. But if the people starting using the own transport, it can be much, and the people can always hear the harsh and creepy sound of the vehicles.